What's going on, everybody? Kimba Garcia here, live at IRE with Jeff Richfield, who I gotta say is I just want to hug you, Jeff, because really just one of my favorite people in the industry. So, Jeff, I wanted to come by your booth because I think it's important that we have your voice specifically on this podcast. You're a huge influencer here, and I know you don't try to be an influencer, right? But just naturally who you are, right? Because you're spreading love, you're doing great business, you sold your company. But I want to start off by letting everybody know, like, what is Roofers United and what makes you different from other, there's a lot of coaching programs out there, right? Like, makes you guys a little bit different.
First off, everything I do is upward, God-focused, because love God and love people. And that's what my heart's about. Yeah. So a little about me, I'm from Nashville, Tennessee, and I had Music City Roofers that scaled from 0 to 10 million, 30 employees, sold 2 years ago. And then at that point I was 61 and I said, well, what am I gonna do with my life? He showed me Roofers United, a community that is united, because we want our industry united, right?
Right.
So first it was about leveling up the chuck in the truck, making sure there's not anything foul going on. So then they came up with the, the Roofers United coin. So if you have the Roofers United coin, you have honor, respect, and service. Those are the 3 values.
Yeah.
And on the back is the Ephesians 6 armor of God. If you got that protection in the spirit, most likely you're not going to fall off the roof or in the spirit.
That's right.
So that's yours. So you come into the community and you sign a pledge, and a pledge is about doing things right. When you get the pledge, you become a reformer. And a reformer is somebody who speaks up about things that are not right. You're using your voice. It's time to speak up for what's wrong and to make it right. So then you become a reformer. That's what it's about. Community is unity. It's about principles. It's not just a mentorship. It's an all-encompassing AI-based CRM avatars for the owner. Then we have a full build, scale, and exit strategy. Exit rich with Jeff Richfield.
I love that, Jeff. Well, you guys have all kinds of great things going on. Yeah, that's amazing. So we've got the Roofers United AI software, right? Can you talk to me about how that helps contractors and helps them win back their time?
AI, it's all over, right? It's taking over.
Taking over.
The key to AI is knowing how to get time freedom, like you said. So if we can create a tool that helps CEOs get 10 to 20 hours extra free time a week, they're not glued to their seat. You won't miss a lead because it's operating 24/7. Because people do call at odd times if there's a storm.
They do,
right?
yeah, especially when there's a storm. Yeah.
So imagine if you could then send a signal to the client saying, hey, your roof install is next Tuesday at 3 p.m. We'll be there. Does that work for you? That saves time there.
Yes.
Or let's say you're a sales guy on the roof taking pictures, and by the time you get off the roof, the estimate's done. We're saving time. We want to get these companies to be exit ready. So if we can minimize the time at their work, then we can focus on the bigger picture. Then they want to exit in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. So that's what we do in Roofers United. Build, scale, exit rich.
Love it. So Roofers United has a playbook, okay?
Right.
Can you talk to me a little bit about what is the playbook and who is it for?
That word playbook is used a lot in the industry.
Yeah.
And I started looking at that going, well, how can we really make it a real playbook? Because when I sold Music City Roofers, I knew how to take the steps that I made the mistakes along the way. So I thought, I got to save these guys from the things I did wrong.
Yeah.
Right? And that due diligence questionnaire is 100 pages. We had to come up with something that would solve the time problem and create momentum so that when they're ready to sell, they have a blueprint already done.
Yeah.
So they follow the process. It's pretty simple. We immediately have cost-cutting processes in our strategy. First, we do an evaluation on the top of where they're at, right? And then we have revenue enhancement. So this would be distributorships, people that sell shingles. How do you capture that 1% extra on each drop ship?
Which adds up.
Huge.
Like,
delivery
1%.
charges.
Guys, pay attention to your 1%.
Yeah, the delivery charges would drive me nuts, right? And they would make mistakes.
All the time, yeah.
Not saying any names.
None. But check your invoices from your suppliers.
Correct. And how to choose the right team. You're a team builder. You know how to build culture. So you have to work with people who, aren't taking up time, but can take and follow the direction and be their own boss in a way.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And then we have financial reporting. I love this because blue collar roofers didn't really get taught about finances. So we help them go from cash to accrual. That's an important step to take. When I did that with Music City, it hurt because it doesn't really show that I'm making 10 million. It might be 8 because you still owe suppliers. And you still got to pay sales commissions.
Yeah.
So going over to accrual accounting is paramount if you're going to be accessed by a prime equity buyer.
So private equity is looking for companies that do their books in accrual, not cash, is what you're saying.
Right, and so that shows the accounting when it's actually a finished job. You're not counting the front advance because that's not really done job.
Yeah. That's right.
And so that cuts back your overall volume. But then we increase their EBITDA, which is the earnings before taxes and add-ons, so that we can get a $5 million company, show them their true value so that they're exiting strong. Then we have over 300 relationships with the buyers. So we know which ones to go to, pick maybe 10, and we send out their information to those 10. Then we'll have a little auction start to happen.
So you're helping these roofing companies get acquired.
Correct.
You're not just helping them get set up to be acquired.
That's right.
You're helping them take the next step and actually getting that acquisition accomplished.
Right.
Wow.
Here's the best part. We can take them to that first exit. They still drive in the steering wheel inside the company. Then in 2-3 years, we maximize it with more equity and buying power so that they can sell again. So if it was the first sale was 10, the second might be 20. That seller gets a second bite of the apple. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Exciting.
I love that, Jeff. Yeah, that is exciting.
Yeah.
That's so exciting. So what premium offers do you provide and who should apply for them, Jeff?
Really short and concise. We came up with something called Aspire Hire Roofers Conference.
Okay.
Is that Aspire Hire Roofer Summit, at Topgolf we did last year. We had about 100 roofers. And it's really exciting because we have the best experts in fields. So we came up with the cowboy idea. That's why I have the hat. Because when the cowboys went to the Wild West to get gold, they were greedy, they were frontier, they were courageous to go out there on a horse. So we poured that into them and everybody got a cowboy hat who came.
Oh, cute. I love that.
So
cute.
that's what we did, build scale and exit rich, right? So some of the people, you're gonna be in the next one, you don't know that.
Oh, dude, that's a beautiful picture of Jessica.
It really is. And then we had Alan Mick, the host, right? And then we talk about Roofers United Elite. This is expert guidance, scale your business with exceptional exit, right? We have a community so that people can get prayer. It's a full day with Chuck Dokie, Dan Walrack. I see your picture coming up soon.
I'll be right behind Ryan.
Yeah. Reggie Brock.
Reggie Brock.
Come
I
on.
was texting Reggie yesterday. I love Reggie. Reggie's been a mentor of mine probably since I got in the industry.
What a leader he is.
He's so great.
Marketing guys.
Oh, we got some industry faves in this one, huh? Oh, I love Morgan.
And Morgan Walker.
I'm a fangirl in Morgan.
So Aspire Hire Roofer Summit. Come on out. That's going to be in June, Topgolf in Nashville. And of course, then we have the financials. Fix Your Financials program, right? Because most of the roofers don't have that. So talk about
Don't say.
85% are out of alignment.
That's okay, guys. We ain't mad at y'all.
Financials.
Jeff's gonna get you fixed
And
up.
I learned the hard way with Music City Roofers because we didn't have the add backs back in, the expense sheets and the QuickBooks were out of balance. It took me a forensic CPA, $25,000 later and pain to get them right. How would you like to have that taken away so you can do it right the first time?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Taking the company on that 12-month journey so they have everything in order, mentorship with CEOs and the community. We don't know what's going to happen in 2030 and beyond. So I'm telling people you got 3 years really to get this down.
Yeah.
So Roofers United, Exit Rich with Jeff Richfield.
In my hand right now, I have what we're calling the crew recovery kit, okay? And Jeff, I really want you to talk about, wellness is such an important part of my life.
Yes.
I know you know that. I know it's such an important part of your life as well.
Yes.
And I love that you're bringing that into this space.
Yes.
But how does Roofers United really interact with wellness?
Yes. I had a stroke 8 years ago. You may not know that.
You did? I didn't know that. We're pretty much
Yeah.
I'm like, how did I know that?
I came back, I almost died, and I feel better than ever. Why? Because I did a very strategic exploration of what caused that. And as I did that, I came up with some hacking tools in my life. So one of those is by Dr. Nancy Lynn, and it's called the Nebby. The Nebby is taking people off vaping. And so if you notice...
Oh, I'm so grateful you're taking people off of vape. That's
yes,
killing people.
it's a bad habit. Sometimes it's got a lot of caffeine and it creates a false narrative in your brain that you need to have that. It becomes addictive. This is a water-soluble vapor. You breathe in through your nose. That stops pain wherever you have it within 5 minutes. So people can get back on the job. Because if you're not on the roof, it's not profitable, right?
Yeah,
So-
I'm looking at this and it's like back pain, knee pain, shoulder pain, which is very common in roofing, right?
Roofers are burnout, either are just overwhelmed, right? Stress. So if you just go for 6 seconds and breathe that in, smell it.
Yeah.
That's great. You know, and it's not going to make you tired or rushed feeling. It's going to give you a balance. Okay. It's also going to take away the urges to eat. It creates a new mind thought pattern that says, I don't need ice cream today. You don't feel sweet now, do you?
I don't.
You don't need any sweets. Okay.
No sweets.
And so there's 3 delivery methods. One is the breathing. Then we have topical for sciatic nerve issues. And then under the tongue, 30 seconds. I'm going to give you a kit today to try. Because I want you to be an endorser.
Okay, I'm excited.
3 delivery methods is because your body needs to have instant access to get the healing in different ways.
Wow.
So, topical, under the tongue.
So you suggest use all 3 of these products
if you're in pain.
tandem together if you're in pain.
Right.
Wow.
So that's one method we have. The second is the yerba mate. Yerba mate root is from the tree in Argentina, and they found that that's called the God food. The yerba mate.
It's like the fruit of the God.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah, the fruit of the God.
So Unicity came out with this product 2 years ago. Actually, it was 30 years ago, but they refined it 2 years ago to come in the United States. Okay. And it's saving lives. I'm telling you, people that have lupus in the company, people have had diabetes in the company, and it's a money-back guarantee that if in 90 days you don't see the change, get your money back.
Wow.
It's 2 drinks, 1 in the morning and 1 in the afternoon, so you could have your food with that, and the balanced product that they make takes the bad fats out of the food that you're eating, so you don't assimilate those. People have lost weight with the product, it's great for that. Brain fog goes away. And basically, when you go to bed at night, from midnight till you get up, you're fasting. So this increases the fast. When you take this in the morning, say 6 or 7 o'clock, you're not hungry till noon. So it carries you on. Only about 30 milligrams of caffeine are in it, but it's a really, really pleasant, natural caffeine. Here's the best news. People who are diabetic, 1 and 2, Ozempic has been the thing they took before. People lose weight on that, but also it causes blindness, and some people are in a lawsuit with them. So this is a natural product that does the same thing for 1/3 less than money and 5 times the power of it. Yeah. Because the truth is, the Food and Drug Administration, the processed foods are killing America. Oh. And when you take this product, you'll learn that you don't have to have a coffee every morning.
Wow.
Because it resets your metabolism.
Wow.
Your blood sugar level goes down. Insulin goes down. So that's what we're doing for corporate wellness. We've got the Nebi, we've got the Unamante, and then I teach on spiritual wellness too. So.
All right, Jeff, so I have one more question with all that being said.
Sure.
I see all over the roofing industry, people pouring into their people when it comes to roofing knowledge.
Sales strategies,
right? Mindset training. I even see a lot of people getting their people up in the gym. There's a degree of wellness there, but what would you say to CEOs out there right now that maybe don't have a corporate wellness strategy built in?
So exciting. So you have the people going to the gym, you see that on Facebook, muscles being flexed, but what do they care about their actual health? Because that's important. So we brought on a wellness doctor, Dr. Nancy Lynn, and she can take their company with a monthly strategy where they fill out a form, you can get your blood work done, and we can actually see what peptides they might want to take, or if they want to do the Nebi. So we do a combination.
This is for the employees of the company that we can do this for.
Yes, priced nominally, so they can have a monthly Zoom and can come on corporately or individually, talk about the problems they're having. And she is very well versed in nutraceuticals, and she's a PhD too. So she was here yesterday. I wish you had
Do you think, as a CEO that sold your company and I know has such a love for not only your team but the world, what would you say? That changes things, right? Does that change retention? Does that change culture? What do you think
great.
that?
How about that? Care for your employees. Yeah, you get them insurance. Maybe you have an IRA. Maybe you have them sales training. What about their health?
Yeah.
Do you really get into that?
Yeah.
You know you need to eat right. You know that. But if the employer took care of their wellness, because they're going to be more profitable in a job, shows how much they really care, right? Mind, body, soul, and spirit. So you know that the word has power. There's power in the tongue.
Always power in the tongue.
And so I came up with a simple 7 declaration daily mantra. When you get up, you wash your face, and you put this on your mirror, right?
Yep.
So we're going to say this together?
Let's do it.
Come on.
Ready?
Ready?
I am made for greatness. I am outstanding.
I am accountable with my time. I am healthy and wealthy. I am a steward of abundance. I am a problem solver. I get paid well for it.
Yes, we do.
And I am walking in love by faith. Today, I win. Take it out, put your hands up. Today, I win. That's it.
Jeff, thank you so much.